Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm really excited. We're going to be doing my finale on my Finish 18 by 2018. I actually still have about another week to work on these products, but I have a lot of content that I have planned for the end of this month, and I just felt like this was the best time to fit this in. I also don't think I'm going to make a lot more progress in the next week on any of these products. I don't have anything that's like so close to being done that I could finish it off in a week. So I figured I would go ahead and just update you guys. So before we get into that really quick, you guys are going to be seeing this video the day after Christmas. So I'm actually filming it on my birthday, which is December 23rd, but you guys are going to see it on the 26th. So I just wanted to say real quick, I hope you guys all had a fantastic holiday with your family if you celebrate Christmas. I am going to be spending it with my children, which I'm so excited. So anyway, I just wanted to say that first of all before we get into this. Now, this year, 2018 has been such a crazy year for me, you guys. Honestly, like, if you would have told me this at this point last year, how many changes were gonna happen this year, I would have said you are insane. There's no way all of that can happen in 1 year. This has just been a roller coaster ride for me, and it really does show on how much I've been able to do on this project. I'm usually really good with projects, but this year I didn't do as well as I was hoping to do. I do still have a lot of products that I was able to finish off, and I made progress on the remaining ones, but it's just been kind of a crazy year. So I also want to tell you guys real quick before we get into the actual products, I am going to be doing a video very shortly, probably sometime in the next week, where I'm kind of recapping 2018 and talking to you guys a little bit about some more personal things that's going on, and I actually have kind of an announcement to make in that video. I've had some things in my personal life going on that I haven't talked to you guys about yet. Believe it or not. More stuff. So this year has just been crazy, and I do have some things that I really want to talk to you guys about, but I wanted to wait until after the holidays. So I'm going to be doing a separate video about that because there is a whole bunch of stuff I want to talk to you guys about. So look forward to that video coming soon if you're interested in my personal life. If you're not, then you don't have to watch it because that's just going to be kind of a chatty video. But anyway, so that being said, you guys know I've gone through a divorce. I've moved 3 times this year. It's been a little nuts, and I have actually finished off quite a few of these products, but not everything. So let's start with the things that I actually finished off as of my last update. I did do 3 updates for you guys this year, so I did one every quarter. And as of my last update, I had quite a few products already finished. So I'm just gonna quickly recap what was done. I'm not gonna talk too much about these products since I kind of talked about them a lot in the other updates. And I will link my most recent update above in case you missed that. But let's just get into them. So the first thing that I was able to finish off fairly early this year was the Pure 4-in-1 powder. I really enjoyed this powder. I have a huge collection of face powders right now, otherwise I would have already repurchased this. It's a really great powder. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a good foundation powder. I actually use this to set my foundation, but I think it's really nice, so definitely recommend that. The other thing that I was able to finish off was this Hourglass Ambient Light palette. So this palette, in case you guys missed this was in my 2017 project, and for 2017 I just said I wanted to finish these 2 products, which I did accomplish last year. But then this year when I started my 2018 project, I decided I wanted to go ahead and finish off this one because I didn't want to keep this whole palette with just the 1 powder in there. So I was able to finish that off this year. The next thing that I did finish off already was the Nars Pro Prime Oil-Free Primer. This is in the old packaging. This was a really nice primer. You can't get this specific primer anymore because they did repackage and reformulate. But I do really like the Nars primers, and this one was really easy to use up. I also finished up this eyelid primer. This one is from Benefit. It's the Air Patrol Primer. I like the product that's inside of this but I didn't like the packaging. It was actually really difficult to use because it has the click up thing, and this just always got super dirty. I was constantly trying to clean it off, and then every single time that you used it, you would get that ball of hardened product on the top of it that you'd have to remove, so you're wasting product, and I just didn't like the packaging, so I would not repurchase it. But I actually liked the performance of the product, so if they ever repackage this into different packaging, I would probably buy it again. And And then I did also finish off this eyebrow pencil from Marc Jacobs. This is in the shade medium brown. I actually really liked this. I thought it was very similar to the Brow Wiz, which is my favorite eyebrow pencil, but it is a few dollars more, so I probably wouldn't buy it again, but I enjoyed it. I also finished up this deluxe size sample of the Lancome, I can never say this right, Carnes, I think, concealer. It was a deluxe sample, but there was a lot of product in here. It had 7 grams of product, so quite a bit. This is one of my absolute favorite concealers. I do still have it in a full size and I do use it all the time. I think it's a really, really nice full coverage concealer. I had also finished off this little guy. This is a deluxe size sample of a Kat Von D lipstick. This is super old, like so old. I would have had to throw this out had I not used it up this year because it was like really old, you guys. But this was in the shade Celebutard. It's a discontinued shade and it's in the old formula as well. Like this, yeah, this was really old, but I did finish that guy all the way up. It was a really nice nude shade, so it was very easy to use up. All right, and then the last thing that I had previously used up before, as of my last update, would have been this little deluxe size sample of a Bare Minerals Moxie lip gloss. This was in the shade Daredevil. So this is not all the way gone. As you can see, there's still product left in here. It's about half gone. But I did have to throw it out because it went bad. So the scent had changed and it started to taste kind of weird, so I was like, okay, that one's done. So this was really, really old. I knew I was gonna have to throw it out soon, which is why I brought it into this project, but unfortunately I didn't get all the way through it, but I still feel like I got quite a bit of use out of that little guy. All right, so that's where we were as of my last update. As of this update, I was able to finish off just one more product, which is the foundation that I was working on. This is the Givenchy Photo Perfection Liquid Foundation. I like this foundation. It is more of a light coverage, but it's buildable. So you can build it up to like a medium coverage, but it's definitely not my preference. I usually prefer a full coverage foundation, but it was really nice like in the summertime, and it was kind of more of a summer shade for me. I had the shade number 5, so it worked better for me in the summer. So I used up most of this in the summer, and then I was able recently just to finish off what was left because there was hardly anything in there. So yeah, I was able to finish that off. If you like a light to medium coverage, I think you would like this. It's a really nice foundation. It's very long wearing. It is buildable, like I said. It's just not my preference for coverage usually. So, all right. That's everything that I was able to finish. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 products left, so that means I got through half of them. I think that's pretty good. It's not what I wanted to do, but I think it's still pretty good. So let's look at the progress of the remaining products in this project. So first of all, I wanted to show you guys the palette. I did bring in 1 palette for this project. This is the first time I've brought a palette in, I think. Other than that face palette, this is the first time I brought in an eyeshadow palette for one of these projects. My goal was not to finish off this whole palette. I was really just hoping to hit pan on one shade. So yeah, this is the Too Faced chocolate bar palette. I didn't do that. I didn't even hit pan on one shade. I will show you guys a close-up. There is a good dip in a couple of shades here, and I'll show you which ones, but overall, I got real bored with this palette. I just didn't feel inspired by it. The shades didn't really speak to me. I had a hard time completing a full look from this palette. The more I used it, the less I liked it. So it was one of those palettes for me. But here's a close-up. All right, so here's a close-up. This one is the one I was really trying to hit pan on because it actually is a really nice shade for setting the entire eyelid, but it's such a big pan. I was focusing my brush just here in this spot trying to hit pan, and you can see a little bit of a dip, but these powders are so hardly pressed. It is really hard to make a dent in these. I was also using this one quite a bit, which I can feel a dip in, but I don't think you can see it. And then I tried to use this one a little bit, but it really wasn't making any progress. So that's what it looks like. It looks really similar to where I began. Oh, this shade did get broken, by the way. I had someone ask in my last update if I've been using that a lot. No, it just arrived broken to me when I ordered it from Sephora's website, but I have had this palette for quite a while, at least 2 years, maybe 3 years, and like I said, I used to really enjoy it, but the more I've been using it, the more bored I am with it. I just have so many other palettes that I reach for over this and that I prefer over this one that I kind of stopped using it. Like, I just felt like I'm forcing myself to use something I'm not really interested in using, other than the eyelid setting shade, which I would often reach for that and then use other eyeshadows, just trying to at least hit pan on that one because I actually think that one was nice. But I am actually going to be decluttering this now. I don't use it, I don't reach for it, and I don't need it in my collection anymore. All right, another Too Faced product that I've been working on. This one I actually have made a lot of progress on. I was hoping to get this used up by the end of the year, but again, these Too Faced powders are so hardly pressed. There's a lot of product in here and it's very difficult to use it up. But this is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This is in the old packaging and it's a deluxe sample size. So this is what I was able to get done. I did get a lot of pan showing. I got so close. I was using this as an eyeshadow and as a bronzer, just trying to get through it. And I did make a lot of progress, but I did not finish it off. I am gonna keep this in my collection and I'm gonna continue working on it. I'm really hoping that I can use this up here soon because I mean, I've gotten a lot of progress on it, and I actually do really like this bronzer, so I don't have a problem using it. I think it makes a nice transition shade on the eyes as well, so like I mentioned, I've been using it like that as well. So yeah, I could definitely use this up, and I'm gonna keep working on it. All right, another eyeshadow that I was working on. This one is actually a MAC eyeshadow in the shade Peek at You. I think this is discontinued. If I can, I will link whatever I can down below. But this is one of the larger pan sizes, and I used this as an eyeshadow and as a highlighter for my face because it's got like a really pretty kind of champagne color and it's very like subtle glow, so it makes a really nice subtle highlighter. I was hoping to hit pan on this, but again, I just couldn't do it. I used it a lot, but I don't even feel like you can see any sort of dip in it, even though I used it a lot. I'm realizing that these powder products are very difficult to go through. I didn't have a hard time with the Hourglass powder because it's so soft. I feel like it kicks up a lot of excess and you waste a lot of product when you use it, so I think that's why that one was so easy to go through. But these ones that are harder pressed in there, like you don't use very much of this product when you use it, so even if you're using it every single day, it just takes a really long time to get through these. And yeah, I was not able to finish that one off. I'm not going to declutter this because I still really like it and I do reach for it, but I'm probably not going to keep working on trying to use it up right now because I haven't made any progress on it. All right, next I have another highlighter that I was working on. This one is from ColourPop and it's the Super Shock Cheek Highlight in Flexitarian. I was hoping to hit pan on this, but it just didn't happen. I just didn't reach for this a lot. It's a very intense highlighter, but it's kind of sheer and almost like wet looking. So there is a swatch. So I don't really like the way this looks on my cheeks. I feel like it just accentuates too much texture because of my age. I think this would look really gorgeous on someone who's a little younger and has, you know, firmer skin, but I really do like it as an inner corner highlight for my eye. So I still do use it, but I use it very sparingly and I don't use it very often. So I was not able to even, no dip, no nothing showing on that. Maybe a little dip. But yeah, this one I didn't make a lot of progress on. All right, I also had another ColourPop product. This is the Super Shock eyeshadow in the shade Weenie. Now this I made a lot of progress on. I will show you. It's kind of, well, I don't want to dump the product out because it's kind of starting to dry out. It kind of started to dry out and then it's starting to flake off. So you can see there's like these flakes kind of almost about to fall out of the pan. I used this a ton this year. I love wearing this all over my eyelid with just like a transition shade in the crease. It's a super fast, easy look and it looks like you spent a lot of time on it. I really liked that look. So I wore this a lot, but I just didn't quite use it up. It has kind of dried out on me, as you can see, so I'm actually gonna probably just toss this. The last time I tried to wear it, I just ended up with a lot of fallout and it started to look kind of cakey on the eye, and I think it's just because it's a little too dry now. These do dry out pretty quickly because they have that almost like wet feeling to them, so yeah, I just wasn't able to finish it off all the way, but I feel like I got a lot of use out of this little guy. I'm pretty happy with the progress that I was able to make on this, and it is just time to throw it away. All right, and then the last few products are all lip products. So the next thing that I have here is from MAC. This is the MAC lipstick in the shade Snob. This is one of my favorite shades from MAC. I think it's really pretty, but I definitely only wear this in the spring, summer. It's a very blue toned pink and it almost looks a little bit fluorescent on my lips sometimes, or a little purple kind of. There's a swatch. It just shows up really vibrant on my lips. So I only wear this in the spring, summer, so I really didn't use this at all since my last update because I tried it like I think once or twice and I was like, it just doesn't feel fall, winter to me. I just can't quite pull this off this time of year. So this lipstick is very old. It hasn't changed smell yet, but I think it is time for me to go ahead and throw this one out. I may end up replacing it next time I do a back to MAC or something. I might trade in for this color because I really do like it. I know I'm not going to use it again before spring, and it's just getting too old, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and toss this as well. It's really hard to go through MAC lipstick. I've had one before in a project, and it took me so long to use it, and I was using it religiously every day, but it was more of a neutral color that was easier to wear like year round. That one was really difficult because once we got done with summer, it was like I didn't ever reach for it. All right, next I have this pure liquid lipstick in the shade Ever After. This one, it's hard to see any progress. I don't see any like sides showing yet or anything, so I can't really tell how close I am to using this up. I did use it quite a few times this year. It is more of a moussey formula, so it's not my favorite formula for a liquid lipstick, but I love the color. So that's why I was hoping I could get through it. It's that really pretty mauve-y. It's just a really pretty mauve-y, purpley shade. I think it's so stunning. I just didn't quite get through it, so yeah, another one that didn't quite make it. All right, and then I have a couple lip glosses. This one here is from Nars. This is the lip gloss in the shade Chelsea's Girl. I wore this so much. I'm so surprised I did not use it up, but again, it's hard to tell how much you have left until you start seeing the sides showing in this, and I don't really see any holes in the sides yet. It's a really nice neutral color gloss, a little bit on the sheer side, so it's really easy to go over almost anything with this gloss. So I did wear it quite often, but just didn't quite get it all the way on. All right, and then the very last product from this project is this Sephora Collection lip gloss. This is in the shade 13. I kind of regret pulling this in because this is a full-size lip gloss, and I had just bought it right before I started this project. So even though it's a really easy to wear gloss, like it's super neutral, super easy to wear, that's a lot of gloss to go through in 1 year, especially with all the other lip products that I was trying to go through at the same time. Here is a swatch of that one. It's very similar actually to Chelsea Girl, just a little bit pinker than Chelsea Girl, but they're both sheer-ish, same kind of formula. So yeah, I did not make a lot of progress on this. I wore it quite a bit, but there's just so much product in here, wasn't able to use it up. All right, you guys, so those are all the 18 products that I had picked out for 2018. My thoughts on this project, I think this was a rough year to do a project. Now, to be honest with you guys, when I actually selected these products to start this project at the end of last year, I had no idea what 2018 was going to turn out to be. So I did not realize all the turmoil and all of the changes and all of the craziness that would have turned into this year. So I had picked some ambitious products, not really realizing what was going to happen. So yeah, this was a challenging year for me to do a project. I mean, there was like a lot of this year I wasn't wearing makeup. I had my makeup packed up quite a few times for different things, from moving to you know, traveling a lot. So it was a hard year to do a project. I am gonna do a project in 2019, even though I wasn't as successful as I wanted to be this year. I think 2018 there's still gonna be a lot going on next year, but I think it's gonna start to calm down a bit. So I am hoping to do a little bit better. I'm also going to be a little bit more conservative in the products that I'm picking for next year. I'm still thinking I might do 19 products, but I'm gonna be choosing quite a few more like deluxe size samples and things that are easier for me to use up. I find that complexion products like primers and foundations and concealers are very easy for me to go through. Lip products are very difficult for me to go through. So I'm probably going to be a lot more selective in how I'm picking these products so I can make better progress next year. But this year, I think I'm still proud of what I was able to accomplish. I did finish off 9 products, and a couple of these have gone bad, so I'm gonna have to throw them out anyways, and I'm glad that I was able to use up some of the product before it got to that point. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this final update on my 2018 Finish 18 in 2018 project. I'm definitely going to be filming my 2019 intro very soon. I have not selected the products quite yet, but I'm going to be doing that soon, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye guys!